Hey guys, it's Nicole at the Chore Channel. Today I am doing a video of all of my prep work for hosting Friends Thanksgiving this year. Yes, we hosted it at the very beginning of November. It was the only date that worked for everybody that wanted to come. So we had about 22 people come to our house. I started prepping on Friday and the Friends Thanksgiving dinner wasn't until Saturday afternoon. But I wanted to get everything set up and decorated and not have to worry about that for the day of. So I got my tables and chairs. I borrowed a bunch from my parents as well. I set everything up and I got decorating. I tried to keep it very budget friendly this year. Like I said in my grocery haul video for this dinner, I was not planning on doing every dish. People were bringing dishes, people were bringing dessert, so not everything fell on me, so it was not nearly as big of a deal. And I actually had a really fun time getting everything prepped. I hosted 2 years ago and I did not give myself nearly enough time or mental space to get everything ready. And I felt like I was kind of stressing at the end, and this year I just decided I'm going to take my time and get things set up way in advance, and it was really nice actually. I got most of this decorating done while the kids were still at school on Friday, so I was literally in peace and quiet, and it was really nice. Here's my tablescape. Like I said, super simple, and by the end of the night, the kids at our party had gotten all the markers out and were drawing all over the table, so it's perfect just laying down the craft paper. It is so friendly and you can just ball it up and throw it away when the party's over, so the easier the better in my opinion. I had to take down my happy birthday sign. My birthday month is over, so we're moving on to Thanksgiving. I found a really cute Friends Thanksgiving banner at the Target dollar spot, which I hardly ever go into Target, but I wandered in last week and I saw it and I just had to get it. It was only a couple of bucks, so just a fun touch. And then we had to take down our Halloween tree. This is what the kids insisted on us having up during October. I am not typically a Halloween decoration person, but the kids loved it. So I told them we had to take down all that and put something cute on for Thanksgiving and for the month of November. So we found some cute little things at the dollar store, and my daughter helped me decorate all of it, and it turned out really cute. That was it for the Friday prep. So 7:30 Saturday morning, I started things off and I grabbed the dinner rolls out of the freezer and I got them out and got them rising. The secret with these Rhodes dinner rolls really is to let them rise for longer than the package says. The package says 3 to 4 hours, but I have found every single time that I've used them that if you do it for 6 to 8 hours, they're even better, they're even fluffier. So if you ever use them, I recommend doing that. My kids were watching a Curious George Halloween movie in the background. We were all up early Saturday morning, so it just kind of worked out to just get the ball rolling and get things going and take my time. So we took a couple hours to just relax and have breakfast. I had a cup of tea, I showered and got all ready, and then I had my kids help me with some stuff around the house to get all ready for our guests. They helped scrub the toilets and they cleaned their rooms and they helped put away dishes. So there's not a lot of video of them helping, but they did help quite a bit during the day. And then my goal was to get the turkey in the oven by 11 a.m. because we were hoping to have it done at 4 and be able to have kind of an early dinner. So at about 10:30, I pulled it out. I prepped everything, got all the ingredients out, got the oven preheated. I had a whole bunch of foil. I think I had too much, but in the past I've not used enough, so I would rather have too much than not enough. The turkey recipe that I use is one that I have had for years now, and I found it on allrecipes.com, and it is the easiest turkey recipe. It always turns out really juicy and really flavorful. You don't have to baste it. It is really simple. You have a seasoning rub that you put inside the cavity, and then you stuff it with onions and carrot and celery and orange. And then you put a little bit of chicken broth in the pan, and then you pour a bottle of champagne all over the turkey and in the pan, and wrap it really good so it's like a steam pack, and stick it in the oven, and it cooks up so good, and everybody always compliments it. I'm not even really a huge turkey person, but this recipe has never disappointed me, so it's the one I stick with every year. I'll try and find a link to the original recipe and put it in the description for you guys if you're interested in trying it out for yourself. And then I just wanted to grab all of my other ingredients out and make sure I had everything I needed for all the dishes I was making. So I got everything laid out and organized, read the directions, figure out how much time it would take, just making sure all my ducks are in a row. And then I had a bit of an impulse buy this last week because I have justification for it. My crock pot that I've had for 12 years now is starting to go out, I think. It doesn't get hot anymore. And so it just felt like it was the right time for a new crock pot. I was definitely gonna need it for this event. So I went ahead and splurged on one. I really like the ones that have the programming in them so that you can set it for a certain number of hours and then it will automatically click off to warm, so that I can set it and leave the house and not have to worry about it. So those ones are a little bit more expensive, but they're worth the convenience for me. And then I started prepping all my fruit for my fruit platter. What I have discovered from hosting many big events in the last couple of years at my house is that I am not good at multitasking. In fact, I'm not even really good at single tasking some of the time. So the more that I can get done before people get over, the less stressed I feel. And once people start arriving, I can start visiting and not have to be trying to finish off dishes and get things out on the table. So this year I just decided to prep as much as I could, stick it in the fridge, and then pull it out once people start arriving, and then side dishes, whatever I could get done ahead of time, stick in a crock pot or whatever, set aside and keep it warm. Then I just feel so much less stressed. I can enjoy hanging out with the people as they start arriving, and everybody's happy. So I just went ahead and spent all afternoon prepping everything that I could possibly think of that I could do ahead of time. So this was our snack board that mostly the kids lived off of. I feel like every time we have an event, all the kids do is snack on fruit and crackers and cheese, and I'm totally okay with that. So I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of that for the kids to munch on, because inevitably they don't sit down and eat a meal, or they sit down and eat 2 bites and they want to run off and play and be kids. So and then I prepped all of the bacon for my Brussels sprouts and bacon recipe. I just pan fried it and then chopped it up and threw it in a Tupperware to go in the fridge. I left all of the drippings from the bacon in the pan, and I just saved them for later and sauteed up the Brussels sprouts in the bacon fat, and it was a really good dish. course, all the fruit. This fruit platter was basically empty by the end of the night, and I'm not complaining about that. We ended up having 11 kids at our house, so we are almost outnumbered in children. In fact, I think we are. I think there's more kids than adults now. So, like I said, cater to the kids. Whatever they'll eat, I will put out. And it turned out so pretty. Then I went ahead and got my instant mashed potatoes. Yes, instant mashed potatoes. Please don't judge me. I mixed them all up and I stuck them in the crock pot and just put it on warm for the rest of the day. And they were just fine. Just like that. So that was an easy dish. I think I explained in my grocery haul video for this. I can't actually eat anything with dairy in it. It upsets my stomach a lot. And so I didn't want to put a lot of effort into dishes that I couldn't even eat, which sounds kind of selfish, and maybe it is. But I figured they're not going to care if it's instant potatoes. None of them will even know. And it's much less stressful for me. So it's a win-win all around. So I cooked up the potatoes and I cooked up the gravy. The cute little crock that came with my crock pot worked really well for the gravy. I've never had one of those mini ones before. And I was kind of excited that it came with my crock pot. We'll see how often I use it, but for this it was convenient, so I'm not complaining. Then it was time to take the foil off of the turkey, so my husband pulled it out for me, and I just cut all around it and pulled the top off, and we stuck it back in the oven for about another hour to get really golden and crispy, and yeah, it was so yummy. It smelled so good. Then it was time to get my rolls into the oven. They had risen beautifully throughout the day, and like I said, that's like the easiest hands-free dish you could possibly imagine. And everybody raves about them. Every time I bring them to an event, people ask me for my recipe, and I'm like, they're frozen rolls. So easy. The turkey's looking really good. It's hard to show you from the camera angle, but it's looking nice and toasty. And then I'm just finishing off one of my last dishes. I knew people were gonna start arriving soon, so I wanted to get it mixed up and laid out so I wasn't too distracted. And we had so much fun at our hangout. It's so fun every year seeing the kids run around and play together. Most of the people that come, we only see maybe a handful of times a year at most. So it's so fun to get together and catch up and just spend time together. Something I have learned over and over the last couple of months is the importance of showing up for people. And I was so grateful for the people that showed up and spent time with us. And yeah, I know everybody is so busy and life is so crazy, and most of the people that came, their kids are in sports on the weekend now and just all the different commitments. So it's wonderful that we made the effort to all spend time together and had a sweet time. Also, I used the Kinder brand stuffing and it turned out really good. I am a huge stuffing person, so I loved it. I thought it was so yummy. And my husband carving up the turkey, and we're just getting ready to serve everything. I wish you could smell it. It smelled so good. And then here is our whole spread of everything. There was actually one more dish that arrived after this. There was a couple that was running a bit late, and that's okay. But we had plenty of food to go around. Even the cat got to have a little bit of the food because she snuck into it. But thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me and spending time with me and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have some wonderful get-togethers this month, and happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time. Bye.